What we're going to do is we're going to create a holiday container and make it really fun and festive using all the supplies on the table and one more that we need to gather. So you can see we have kind of an assortment of stuff here. We've got a bunch of fir boughs that we collected around the yard because they just fall. We have a lot of fir trees. So I'm about to get started here, and I wanted to explain to you how I kind of start these, and everybody has a different method. But what I like to do is take a look at all the supplies I'm about to use. I like to find some big tall pieces to kind of stick in the kind of towards the back.
Hey everybody, Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden. Today, we're going to show you how to create a holiday container.
But before we get to that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on every daily video. Okay, you guys, so we're really excited to do this today. We've got this container available that we didn't really use for anything this year. So it's wide open, it's completely empty. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create a holiday container and make it really fun and festive using all the supplies on the table and one more that we need to gather. So you can see we have kind of an assortment of stuff here. We've got a bunch of fir boughs that we collected around the yard because they just fall. We have a lot of fir trees surrounding our yard. We have some cedar boughs here that Sean collected from a recent client's yard. He just did some pruning work recently, so that was fun. Got them everywhere. And we also have some pine cones. We actually did buy these because our pine cones are not this large. We wanted big, showy pine cones. So the one thing we need to still gather is cotoneaster, and we'll show you that in just a sec.
So guys, as Allison mentioned, we're going to take some branches of this cotoneaster here, and the reason we're doing that is not just because it's got a little bit different texture to the leaves and that, it's also got these nice orangish red berries on it, and we want to add that as some festive color to this container to give it that holiday spirit. So we're going to take a couple branches here to add. So you might be wondering, well, if you cut the branch off with all these berries, well, those berries are still alive. They're probably going to deteriorate in the container, right? And it's like, yeah, that's true. We could treat them with like a clear type of paint or spray to basically preserve them a little bit longer out on the landscape for a while for the holiday season. We're not going to do that because we do not want the wildlife, the birds, to literally come up and eat those treated berries and get sick. So no treatments, just going to go a la natural. So to harvest this, to get them over to the container, we're going to use our pruners, our hand shears, and we're just going to take off sections of this. We're just going to go up here and just cut it where we need to. The great thing about this cotoneaster is it needs to be cut back anyway. So this is part of us pruning this back and getting it away from this growing area and off the fence and getting it under control later. And what I'm doing is I'm taking off longer pieces than we're probably going to need, but this is so we have things to work with and we can trim and make this fit to what we needed over there.
So before we get started, we had to point this one thing out because we're kind of nerdy that way. This fir bough that we found on the ground still has cones on it. And actually you want to call it pine cones, right? But these are technically fir cones. Isn't that cool? So I'm about to get started here, and I wanted to explain to you how I kind of start these, and everybody has a different method. But what I like to do is take a look at all the supplies I'm about to use. I like to find some big tall pieces to kind of stick in the kind of towards the back as almost a center piece, and then I build around it. So what you're going to see me do is find some taller boughs, kind of start sticking those in the ground. There is soil in this container, so that'll be helpful because that'll be the medium to hold everything up. I start sticking the tall ones in the back. Another option is, and last year what I did is I built around a center where there was a tall piece in the center, and I build everything around it that way too. So that's another option. This year I think I'm going to build from the back forward because this is going to be centered out in our front yard, and as the location that it'll be in, it'll just look better. So here we go. Okay, you guys, here's the final product. It's kind of messy and rangy and kind of natural looking, right? So usually when, I don't really go for a real set formal look. I kind of would have liked some bigger pieces coming up here and here, but as you saw in the video, I kind of move things around, and you probably do the same thing when you're designing. It's like you try something, you don't really like it, try it a different way. So we're pretty happy with it. I think it'll be fun, and again, it's kind of rustic and natural looking. So we will just keep an eye on the cotoneaster berries and make sure they're still there from day to day. If we need to, we can always cut some more branches and just kind of stick them in. So that's a wrap for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that and got maybe a few ideas out of that. We try new things every year, so it's always fun to kind of experiment with different shapes and textures and heights. So it's what makes it fun. You just got to get out there and try.
Yeah, she did a great job, everybody. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
So leave your comments and questions down below for us. We love hearing from you guys. Give us that thumbs up, let us know we're doing a good job, and subscribe to our channel so you get updates on our latest videos.
And we'll be back tomorrow with our Friday plant chat, so come on by to see which plant we're highlighting, and have a great day ahead, everybody.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.